something that came out that I was honestly really excited for after we did the trailer reaction. Was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Dude, it was just a fun experience in theaters.
It really honestly. Was, yeah.
And going into it, I had the feeling from the trailer that we watched it was gonna be funny, but dude, honestly, I didn't expect it to be that funny.
Yeah, me too. Right? Yeah.
And a lot of the comedy honestly comes from the people who played the turtles. I mean, shout out to Leo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. Like, dude, them being actual teenagers added so much like personality. And there's like, they said it themselves, like they would let these teenagers just kind of improvise. They would let the dialogue go on and let them do what they wanted. And dude, it was so good.
Yeah. A big thing was that Seth Rogen wanted for them was to have them all in the same room recording at the same time. So that I think definitely came through in the movie because you heard this banter that like is very like quippy, like quick stuff that you wouldn't usually like necessarily hear scripted.
Yep.
And that only comes when you have them in the same room, like bantering off of each other. And it's kind of crazy to me that the go-to method is to like that they usually record stuff separately. And then, like they don't even see each other.
I wonder why, because you make a great point. That adds a different like level of dynamic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
More genuine.
Sure. Definitely, absolutely. Like it totally came through in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Like you can tell that like they were in the same room together, just like joking with each other. And then I guess the animators animate to that after the fact, which is also impressive. But it was a good movie. It was I was excited to see it, and it honestly was a little bit like better than I thought it was going to be.
Absolutely. Yeah. Same with me. After watching the trailer, obviously we were hyped. One of the main reasons I was super hyped, there's two reasons. One is because it reminded me of the style of like the Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, right? With the like the animation style and the choppy feel and whatnot.
For sure.
Which they did come out and say that's what they grabbed inspiration from. The second reason I was excited was because of the big cast, right? Like reading them off, obviously Seth Rogen, Jackie Chan, John Cena. We had Ice Cube, Post Malone, Paul Rudd. Like, dude, the cast was insane.
It's stacked.
And I like how the main cast was kind of villains to begin with, right? Mm-hmm. So it was funny seeing like Ice Cube lead all these crazy names into like their own little bandit gang and kind of, causing problems. And
I thought Paul Rudd as Gecko, Mondo Gecko, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He was hilarious to me. I would have never thought that was Paul Rudd, bro. He was acting all... Well, you could hear it at some point, but he was acting all crazy at first. It was so funny to me thinking about that being Paul Rudd for some reason.
I love the joke where like Ice Cube tells Paul Rudd or Mondo Gecko, like, all right, you're driving on this one. And they ask him, hey, you good to drive? And he's like, no. Oh, dude. Me and the homie, shout out the boy Ben, man. We were dying the whole way through, bro. And it was stupid because, like, obviously we went, there's kids, right? It had to be like 10 through, let's say 15. We're over here 24, bro. We were the loudest ones in the theater just dying. Like, the humor in this film was so funny.
Yeah, it hit, dude. It was good all around. Like, it really was a fun experience for sure.
Absolutely. What'd you think of, like, the overall story? Like, Jackie Chan and like, he guides these kids, right? These turtles that mutated from the same kind of residue that came from Superfly, Ice Cube's character.
Ooze,
that's right. That is the ooze, right? And so Jackie Chan being a normal, rat that he was, which is funny the way they animated him when he was younger with like kind of the curls, and he was just funny looking. But
he had like a perm, right?
He had like a perm, like a 70s style perm. It was funny.
Yeah, it was a good portrayal of Splinter.
Oh.
Or I'm sorry, that's his name, right?
Yeah, Splinter.
Splinter, yeah, Splinter, yeah. That was I don't feel like I had seen a portrayal like that of Splinter before.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Because he was really a dad.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a dad. Aside from like a sensei master role, he definitely played a dad role.
For sure.
And I really liked that.
I did too.
But yeah, overall thoughts on the story?
I thought it was a cool, like, it was a really like touching story, actually. I think that's what I wasn't really expecting going into it, that it was going to be like such, like all the turtles, they kind of feel like they're against the world is against them,
Yeah, I did feel that way. Yeah.
Like they just want to be accepted and they're afraid of not being accepted. So, and they're teenagers, they're kids, and they're going through this. So it really was a touching story that had like some, meat to it for sure. And like Yeah, it was good, dude. I really liked it. Did you notice how the humans were animated in it?
Yeah, it kind of gross looking, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's something that kind of it didn't throw me off, but I definitely noticed. I was like, dude, why are they animated like that?
It almost kind of threw me off at first. I was like, I felt like the aspect ratio was stretched at first, but I think it was intentional, right? It was to show like the bad and kind of the bad and the good. Yeah. Like not to say that all the humans were bad, but like the ones that were bad were animated nasty.
Dude, oh my god, yeah, some of the faces, the way they were stretched, and it just looked so unnatural.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did notice that.
I like that detail. I think it was a good touch.
Good point.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, overall, like, so Seth Rogen, did he direct this?
I think he did. This is one of his films.
Okay.
And I think he might have also have producing credits on it.
Okay, he did a good job, man. Like it seems like this was kind of like his baby, you know? Like
it seemed like it.
Like he definitely had, you know, a lot of hands in all the creative processes. And go ahead.
Sorry, so Jeff Rowe, director.
Okay,
Jeff Rowe, but he did the story.
Yeah.
Okay. And he produced it.
Yeah.
And he starred in it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he had definitely a big hand in it, and I think it was awesome, dude. I really liked it. I honestly really liked it. And I think Ice Cube was really funny as a Superfly.
He was badass. I really liked Ice Cube. I liked kind of the threat he posed. I like how they find out that they're family, right? Because they come from the same ooze and stuff. Yeah. So it's like, all right, cousin. Like, all right, we from the same pot.
Right.
So I liked the interaction that they had with Ice Cube. And I liked most of the characters. I just wish there was more I wish like Post Malone and John Cena had like kind of a bigger voice. They didn't really they were there, they were part of the group, obviously.
Same with Seth Rogen kind of too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah,
that's true.
But he was doing a lot. He was busy.
That's true.
Yeah,
they were more so secondary, but I wish they had like a bigger presence. But I did like, you know, that touch that they were there. You know, yeah, I loved the dynamic between the brothers. Like you said, it was like a very like heartwarming kind of film. Like you definitely felt as like it was definitely a clear message of like family, and yeah, I just like the dynamic between them. I think sorry, go ahead.
No, I just think it's a really good film. I think they did a really good job on it.
Yeah, and I like the way it's animated. Going back to the animation, I think it was really solid.
I do too.
And
it's nice to see studios kind of doing those, like, not necessarily the Spider-Verse style, I guess, but trying to take animation in a new direction instead of like the, you know, the kind of cookie cutter animation we see.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that was it was pleasing to look at. You know, who was the best turtle?
Who was the best turtle? Oh man, it was a different rendition of Raphael that I've never seen before.
Yeah, interesting, huh?
Yeah, he was like a big, like,
he was bulky, a big turtle,
body,
big boy.
Yeah, big body kind of guy that just like running into, you know, crap, really. Like he just like throwing his body out there and like getting hurt kind of. So it was I thought he was the rendition that I've never seen that rendition.
No,
of
that's
Raphael.
a fair point. Yeah.
But I thought I really liked Mikey.
Mikey's a good one. I liked Mikey. I think for me personally, the best one was definitely Donnie.
Donnie was really good too.
Hilarious, bro.
He was the funniest. He totally was the funniest. He totally was the funniest.
He was, bro. Yeah. Remember the whole bacon, egg, and cheese scene? Like, yeah, that was so funny to me. And just the way he acted was definitely modern day teenager.
For sure.
You know, like more so than the other.
For sure.
Like he was definitely into the whole social media. He was into like all the technology and gadgets, and he just reminds me of my younger sister. Like it's just, I'm sitting there like, oh my God, dude.
That's
like
funny.
I hate to admit that my sister's funny, but like Donnie is hilarious, bro. So he's definitely for me the funniest and the best turtle.
Dude. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I agree. He was the funniest. He was for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, I think you got to go watch it. For those of you who have not seen it, I think it's a must watch. It would just be fun to throw on and just hang out and watch.
Yeah, show your kids for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And if you don't have kids,
just watch it yourself.
Just watch it.
Feel like a kid.
Yeah, absolutely.